television and radio stations of the United States and their affiliated stations are proud to provide facilities for a discussion of issues in the current political campaign by the two major candidates for the presidency. The candidates need no introduction. The Republican candidate, Vice President Richard M. Nixon, and the Democratic candidate, Senator John F. Kennedy.
Sounds kind of stuffy, doesn't it?
What is it?
It was 1960 that was the first televised debate between John F. Kennedy and Richard Nixon, both running to be President of the United States.
And that is supposed to have changed the course of the election and kickstarted the idea of the televised election debate.
Yes, hello. Welcome to This Week, Those Books Allowed. I'm Rashmi Roshanlal.
And I'm Michael Macy.
So this week we've been thinking a lot about TV election debates. That's because there are a lot of them this week. 4 in 1 week.
Joe Biden and Donald Trump in the United States, but what are the other ones?
3 others, and they're all big-ticket studio events. There's a TV election debate for the men running to be president of Iran, for the 2 contenders to be Prime Minister of France, for the 2 rivals running to be UK Prime Minister, and, as you said, the first debate of the 2024 US presidential election.
It's incredible how popular this political infotainment has become around the world.
Indeed, and one of the concerns always raised is that television, and more particularly the TV debate, could trivialize an election, that it could reduce it to X-factor politics. Some very serious types always ask if a TV election debate is good for anything other than viral TikTok clips and Instagram memes.
Well, considering that some 60 countries, including established democracies such as France and Canada, as well as relatively new ones like Mongolia and Ghana, hold TV election debates, much of the world doesn't seem to be too concerned.
That's true. In fact, Britain probably offered a 21st century vote of confidence in the TV election debate for party leaders because it introduced them only in 2010. And that was 1 year after Iran.
Interesting. Before we look at this week Those Books reading pile, what's the literature like on TV election debates?
There are some academic papers. There are quite a few books on US TV election debates. But there are just a mere handful of books on the international reach and spread of the TV election debate. And really, there doesn't seem to be much fiction.
Well done then for finding the 2 books we have this week. The first book is the Routledge International Handbook on Electoral Debates. It's by Julio Juarez Gamiz, Christina Holtz-Bacha, and Alan Schroeder. And the second book is The Best Man by Gore Vidal.
They're good books, both of them. And in my view, here's what one can say about them. A thumbnail sketch, if you will. The Routledge International Handbook on Electoral Debates shows that politics is shrinking to ever smaller screens and ballooning in other ways. And Gore Vidal's The Best Man, which is a satire from the 1960s when America created the craze for TV auditions for high office, shows that little has changed from that time.
Well, speaking of America supposedly creating the craze for TV auditions for high office.
Wait, don't say it. Don't reveal which country was the real pioneer of the TV election debate.
Okay, all I'll say is that the JFK-Nixon debate was not the world's first TV debate for a general election.
Please read This Week Those Books to find out which country actually pioneered the TV election debate. And read it too for some other good stuff.
Makes you smarter faster.
And it's fun. See you next week.